I won't let my powers control me.
As Shinku was getting used to her dragon powers, she skillfully managed to break the concept of gravity. She was not ready to give up though. During the evening, she went to visit a majestic, shining tree. However, not yet being at peace with her own inner self, this time she broke the camera instead. The next morning, and still feeling bummed out about yesterday, she decided to blow off some steam together with her new friend Zero, by teaching some bullies a lesson.
Nice one!
She might have gone a bit overboard though, as one of the bullies completely lost his face. Seeing as her playtime got a little rough, Shinku picked up a few courier jobs to pay for the damages, and although her driving was professional, the client she served wondered whether she wouldn't have been even faster going by foot. Perhaps having overheard that, Shinku thought to herself, well, why not? And ran from her last job, faster than the cars on the road, straight towards her next courier assignment. Being a courier turned out to be just the right kind of job for her. She could run around, spread her wings freely, and make people happy with her timely deliveries. But her stocks were still stagnant. Wanting to improve her situation, she decided to go exercise for a while.
Don't bully me. Let's all go home early today. It's gone.
Being fully immune to fall damage in her dragon form, she skipped over a whole building before landing gracefully in front of a courier for her next paycheck. She gained a weapon she especially liked and started testing it out immediately. She got a bit too absorbed in her enthusiasm, however, as it earned her a wanted level.
You're stuck here with me!
Luckily, she came back to her senses before anything bad happened. But there were damages once again.
Alright, taking over!
Sadly, attacking a renowned tourist spot turned out to be quite expensive, so she robbed a bank. Nimble as she is, she made it out with over 300,000 funds, way more than she actually needed. Hoping to unwind after a productive day, she visited her new friend's home, but was not quite ready to hold hands just yet. Communication. Imagination. As part of her community service, Shinku picked up fighting burglars. Ah, gimme work! Those were the thoughts running through this dragon's head as she started sprinting up a building. but due to her reputation, not only was her delivery flawless, she also earned a record high paycheck at the end. The client said she never saw a courier literally jumping for joy after a successful delivery. Sadly, it seems Shinku is unable to turn into her dragon form while in a state of high concentration.
Someone's getting a beating if I fall off. Da 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 da.
Her reputation as a courier has reached its absolute peak, as now even the trucks themselves were jumping for joy when they saw her approach. She wasted no time in snapping a picture with one. When she arrived at her destination, she took a few steps towards the client before realizing she forgot to post on her socials, so she stopped and took care of that real quick. Money, 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 Read up! Money, 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 money. She said I couldn't do it. Ha! What are we talking about? Shinku found a way to chain her attacks seemingly indefinitely, and lost herself in this discovery for a while. Her exercise was not appreciated, however, as one onlooker threatened her shortly after she stopped. She extended her training by a little bit though, and he changed his mind quickly. Go admire a picture, her friend Zero told her.
Good taste. I like it.
Growing closer to Zero, Shinku offered her a little unconditional gift. I got this new chocolate for you, she said. Zero, of course, knew there was more to it, but, also enjoying the company of this quirky dragon, she heartily agreed to help her out. And so, having received money from Shinku, she purchased 2 collector's boxes for her, as one costumer could buy just 2 and she already had hers. Shinku was overjoyed to not only gain a rare collectible, but also a kindred spirit. And although their talks were still on the awkward side, it was plain for everyone to see. These two are peas in a pod. And indeed so it was, for not long after their parting, Shinku invited Zero over. However, realizing Shinku actually gave her more cash than was needed to buy the 2 collector's boxes, Zero spent the rest on her own gacha. The results were unimportant. How about you invite them over to browse your collection? After that, the 3 of you could find a treasure worth collecting together. As Zero was helping Shinku decide how to bridge the gap between her other friends, Shinku suddenly froze for a bit. Treasure. There was something about this word that ignited a fire in her soul. But, realizing she had kept her friend up late into the evening, she thanked her and sent her on her merry way. Zero spent a little extra time admiring Shinku's sheer dedication to her collection before finally stepping out into the bright day and stealing a truck.
Eyes on the road, not on me.
Sometimes Shinku starts browsing her socials while midair. Ah, gimme work! Once more the urge struck her. Treasure. Still fascinated by this word, Shinku decided to check her bank account. Having become a successful cafe owner, she had 66,000 funds waiting for her to collect, yet this did not satisfy her. As she looked at her career progress, she was still a ways off from breaking into the big leagues. Ever the seeker of new ways to make money, she browsed through the news articles to see if anything would catch her eye. And one thing did. Newsflash! Come try your luck at scratch cards. By the end of her spending spree, Shinku turned a profit of 290,000 funds and jumped for joy once more. Having made a wish to Nakupeda, Shinku's profits became just 289,999 funds. And 2 oranges! In the early morn of the next day, Shinku went and made her final wish to the fountain. Now, feeling cheerful once more, she decided to visit the scratch cards again. Today, Shinku made a profit of negative 440,000 funds. Oh, wait. Wait! Not used to dealing with such a severe loss, Shinku asked her friend Zero to hang out.
That's great. An ability that's resourceful and safe.
Safe?
More than just being safe. I mean, the price they paid for their powers, or the powers themselves, can cause issues. Take me, for example. A long tail isn't exactly handy when buying clothes. Growing pains from my horns also used to hurt a lot. It's a bit embarrassing, but I used to have a bad temper. I was barely able to hold in the pain. Not to mention, my brain was constantly arguing with itself, telling me to tear everything apart. Well, those troubles pale next to what I have to face now. Most people think espers are all strong and special, and their abilities are treasures granted to them by fate, and as soon as they awaken, they get to start a brand new life. You're different. You're special. You have great powers, so you have great responsibility. As a matter of fact, I think the same way. It's not like I care about social pressure. I really think that way. Since I've been given more, I should contribute more and protect others with my powers. Honestly, I'd have the same goals even without any powers. I want to protect my companions. I don't want to drag them down. I don't want them to get hurt. But as a villager without powers, I feel too constrained. I hate only being able to watch my companions from the sideline. That kind of life doesn't suit me after all.
Back to her powerful self, Shinku checked the POAP's rich list one more time. However, this time her name was proudly listed in 100th place. She finally did it. She is in the big leagues now. And thus, dear audience, the only thing left for us to do is cheer her on as our story comes to a close. Thank you for your attention.